And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20. Three-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Gun.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on third and long. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He's got a man. Complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Packers nothing. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Here we go.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes.
18,
Big mistakes
here.
add up into points against you.
Here we go. Come on. Ready.
Here's Richardson to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Richardson working from the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Daniel Whelan.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 21-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
12. Gun. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. To Evans on the slant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 11. Right, 80. Dot.
Here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. Right, 80.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Dot.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a 3 and out. on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
And Richardson back to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
18, Rattler, 18.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Richardson. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, it looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And this is caught by Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 38-yard line.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
On two, ready?
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go, here we
It's
go.
a gain of 25 yards.
Done.
And
11,
the
11,
Bengals
11.
first down.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 11.
11 MT, 11 MT. It's this shot. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Completes the pass to Evans on the comebacker. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Brown going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go now.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Packers.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
19
second
tight.
and 2.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now Richardson yet again. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And the Packers first down.
19 Lions.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Richardson. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Another Packers first down.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready. Pep, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Let's go. Steady.
Again, it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Brandon McManus on for the Packer field goal. A 34-yard.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Bengals 14, Packers 10. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it was all getting a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. That's taken in by Golden. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Richardson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 43 yards. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Right in. 11, Thomas. 11.
Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Richardson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'm wondering.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Hey, can. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Returnable for Watson. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go, start.
Back to the air with Richardson. Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Richardson.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 24, Bengals 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now it's Burrow. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. That's another Bengals 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Bengals 1st down. This is Brown going up the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Cut. 180. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. Take. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
180. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bracco 80.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Now Richardson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field. so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 2nd and 7. Here's Richardson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Ready, set.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Richardson. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Green Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.